Hello and welcome to another episode of the Chaos Chronicles. I'm Jess, and we are back with Haley.
Oh, I'm so excited. Part two?
Part two.
Well, part two of part one.
Part two of part one. There we go. We are back today for chapters 6 through 9, so we are finishing up the first part of Catching Fire.
Mm-hmm. Lots of good things to come.
So many. And it's crazy because we're not even in the arena yet. Not even close to being in the arena.
Not even close. I haven't finished the book yet. Did not realize that well over halfway through the book, you're still not in the arena. But I'm still like biting my nails at every chapter because I don't remember what's happening next.
Catching Fire is so good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Very good.
There's a reason why it is a lot of people's favorites. Not everybody's, but a lot of people's favorites.
I really can't speak to it because this is the last one that I've read.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what my favorite is, but so far, this is it.
Yeah. Out of the first two, Catching Fire definitely, yeah.
By miles.
Yeah.
Which I think is rare for the second one of a series.
Yeah.
For me to prefer it over the first.
It's really not a common thing to be like, this one that is not the first one is better than the rest.
Mm-hmm.
The only other series I can think of that people say that with is Harry Potter.
Yes. And for the people who have read A Court of Thorn and Roses,
okay,
I would say it's the same thing for that book.
Okay. I have not read that series. One day.
You need to. It's so good.
We have active requests for Actar, for an Actar book reaction series for this. We also have an active Harry Potter request for this, which that is huge.
It is huge, but I would do it. I love Harry Potter.
And then the other one is the Divergent series.
Yes.
And I have
obviously my favorite.
Yeah.
I've said that multiple times.
That one's our favorite. I have not read that series. I don't even remember. I think I technically watched the first movie once.
The first movie is the only one that's good. I didn't even finish watching the last ones. I saw the first and second, and I knew they were going to ruin it, so I stopped.
That's
and I'm
fair.
glad I did.
They did ruin it.
Yeah, so I heard. They ruined it, but I won't be testing that out.
Well, that's fair. Protect your book love.
Yes.
I understand that. So, yeah, once we, get through Hunger Games, there are so many different options for us to choose from to go next.
I like all of the above. So
I'm down for any of them. So, I don't know. We'll have to put a wheel up or something.
Ooh, yeah.
Spin that and let it pick, because I don't know how else we would choose.
I don't either. Harry Potter would be a bit of a beast.
Maybe not Harry Potter right away.
Yeah. We'll have to work up to that one.
7 books. But what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. We also have our social media platforms, which I am now just starting to upload things to again. So you can go and check those out. They are all linked down below. We also do have our email. So if you want to just say hi, or if you have a recommendation for our Wednesday episodes, or even if you have a strong opinion towards what book series we should do next, feel free to send us an email. Obviously, it'll be a hot minute before we get there.
We have a long way to go in the Hunger Games.
We are on book 2 of 5. So we'll get there.
Eventually.
All right. Shall we hop in?
Yes, we must.
Okay. There is no hope left.
Perfect.
Kind of started very dramatic. There is no hope left. Everything she holds dear to her will be taken from her, but she oddly feels relieved. She can finally stop wondering if it's enough. She can stop the game. She can't quit quite yet, though. She needs to get back to 12 to get her mother, sister, Gale, his family, Peeta, and if she can convince him and Haymitch to come with. She needs to convince them to come with her into the woods and run. Katniss finds herself standing straighter and having more confidence than she's had for a while. Her smile is insane, but no longer feels forced. Eventually, President Snow silences the audience and asks them if they should throw Katniss and Peeta a wedding in the Capitol. Katniss is able to easily show insane joy, and Caesar asks if he has a date in mind. The president points out that they will have to clear it with Katniss's mother first. If they all band together, they might be able to get her married before she's 30.
I do hate how well President Snow presents himself to the people. Because he seems kind of likable, unfortunately.
It is so unfortunate. And you will see more of that too. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, guys.
I'm excited.
Which is what I'm currently working on that for the outlines right now. So it's fresh in my mind. I'm like, you will be saying that a bajillion times.
Oh boy. This might be another Gale situation. No? We'll see when we get there.
Who's worse, guys? Let us know. Gale or President Snow?
There's no way that Gale is as bad as President Snow.
There are people out there that hate Gale more than I hate Gale.
Wow.
There are, like, I will say I don't like Gale.
Mm-hmm.
I will be the first one to admit that. But there are people out there that really, really hate him.
Wow.
It's quite wild.
I might be a Gale stan. I don't know. The more I'm reading in this book, I'm like, I feel bad for him.
Haley's still rooting for him just because she feels bad.
Just a little.
I secretly think that it's just because Liam Hemsworth
and it may
was
be.
cast.
It's hard to tease that out, honestly.
If it wasn't for that, you might not be as...
There'd definitely be a better chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. So Katniss giggles and tells President Snow that he'll probably have to pass a new law to get her married. And the president agrees if that's what it takes. Quote, "Oh, the fun we two have together." End quote. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All I can think about right now is all that this is kind on topic, but like kind of side. All I can think about right now is with you saying that it sucks that you kind of like President Snow, like with he's so charismatic and blah, blah, blah. All I can think of is all of the young President Snow edits right now.
I mean, those even came across my For You page and I wasn't even watching the movie. They got me though.
They got everyone.
I mean, they got to stop casting attractive people to play these terrible characters.
Yeah.
It's confusing.
Well, no, I can't say that. I cannot say that yet. Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
Darn.
Nope. We're not allowed to talk Sunrise on the Reaping. Even casting, we're not allowed. And you're not allowed to look it up.
I will not. I don't have social media, so I will be seeing nothing.
She is safe. She is safe. Also, she does not see her comments. I tell her some of your guys' comments, but she will not see them.
I will not.
Yes. So this party is being held in President Snow's mansion, and the 40-foot ceiling was made to look like the night sky, and it reminds her of home. About 20 feet in the air, there are musicians that are on some sort of white cloud. Do you not remember reading this?
Oh,
oh, that's funny. So yeah, they're about 20 feet in the air, and there's a big platform that's made to look like a cloud.
okay.
And there's just musicians up there.
Okay. This is just like the Eras tour. That was in Midnight. That's where she got the idea, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, that's exactly where it came from.
Yeah.
Right here, Hunger Games. Instead of dining tables, there are sofas and chairs so people can eat and drink and wander if they like. The real star this night is the food. There's everything you can think of, even whole roasted cows, pigs, and goats. There's also fruits, nuts, seafood, dozens of sauces, cheese, breads, veggies, sweets, waterfalls of wine, and streams of spirits that will flicker with flames.
I would love to be invited to this party.
This sounds like a really fun party.
Mm-hmm. I'm picturing the Great Gatsby party from the movie.
I've actually never watched it or read it, but I know what I've seen clips.
Yes.
So I can picture
Just
it.
crazy.
Yeah.
The food, oh man, not in the Great Gatsby, in this.
Yeah. After weeks of not feeling up to eating from her worrying so much, her appetite comes back and she tells Peeta that she wants to try everything. Peeta is trying to make sense of her sudden transformation, and Katniss assumes that they succeeded in their whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe some of it is genuine happiness of their engagement. He tells her to pace herself, and she agrees, no more than 1 bite per dish. But she broke that rule almost immediately, as I would have too. Between tasting all the foods, Katniss meets tons of people, and she discovers that her pin has started a new fashion sensation. Several people come up to her and excitedly show off their Mockingjay accessories, which I'm sure Snow loved that.
Oh, I think that is just hilarious.
Little cherry on top.
Yes. That now the people who are actually the government supporters are wearing the symbol of all the uprisings and the rebellion. That's great.
Yeah, this is awesome. It's just everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
She has seen mockingjays on belt buckles, embroidered into clothing, and even tattooed in intimate places. She can only imagine how crazy this makes President Snow, but there is nothing he can do about it. She and Peeta make no effort to seek out people, but they are constantly surrounded. Katniss has no interest in them, though, only sees them as distractions from the food. Even on her 1 bite per dish rule, she's filling up fast. She wants to keep going, but the thought of throwing food away is so obscene to her. So many people around them are doing it so casually, though. Octavia comes up to her when she notices that Katniss had stopped eating. She tells her it's because she's full, and Flavius informs them that that doesn't stop anyone else, and then brings Katniss and Peeta to some wine glasses and tells them to drink these. Peeta is about to take a sip when Octavia shrieks. And Venya points out the toilets that are right next to them and informs them that they have to do it over there or else they'll make a mess. The drink makes them puke, so they can go ahead and continue eating.
Actually insane.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, while every other district is literally starving to death, and they're at a crazy meal where they eat so much that they have to make themselves throw up to keep eating.
Yeah. Disgusting.
Yeah. And they don't even, they wouldn't even think about it. They have no idea, I guess.
It's just normal. They're so this is our normal life. Why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah. But I guess that just goes to show how sheltered the capital really is.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they have no clue what's happening in the districts.
Everything is so kept under lock and key, and they're also told their district they're not even people. You know, that's what they're raised to believe. So
yeah, that's a good point.
And I guess vice versa, because in the district they're capital people aren't really people either. So
they're like pets.
They're pets.
Yeah.
Octavia has already done this twice. And everyone does it multiple times so they can just have fun at the feast. Katniss is at a loss for words, and Peeta takes her away to dance. He is revolted by their behavior. Every time he thinks that he can start tolerating them, something like this pops up. There are children dying from starvation back home, and here there's so much food that they vomit for fun just to fill their stomachs all over again. We have our first book quote for this episode. Peeta, they bring us here to fight to the death for their entertainment, I say. Really, this is nothing by comparison. I know. It's just sometimes I can't stand it anymore, to the point where I'm not sure what I'll do. He pauses, then whispers, maybe we were wrong, Katniss. About what? I ask. About trying to subdue things in the districts, he says. My head turns swiftly from side to side, but no one seems to have heard. The camera crew got sidetracked at a table of shellfish, and the couples dancing around us are either too drunk or too self-involved to notice. Sorry, he says. He should be. This is no place to be voicing such thoughts. Save it for home, I tell him. Guys, Peeta was the rebel here.
I was getting ready to say, again, we see that she never would have thought like, oh, we don't need to be suppressing these people. They need to be rebelling. I really don't think she would have thought that way. Or at least not at this point.
Not at this point. At this point, Katniss is too involved in Katniss. And she is still in the whole, I need my family to survive. What is going to ensure my family's survival? The rest of the world she isn't as considerate about, versus Peeta is so like thoughtful of others that he's like, I don't know what is more what is like the greater good, you know?
Yeah, I really think he's so much more rebellious than she ever was.
I know.
In both books so far.
I'm so shocked.
I did not see that coming.
No, I was so shocked when I did this reread. I was like, I never, ever caught that Peeta was doing and saying stuff like that. And it was literally, I've read it before. But it just, over my head.
I mean, really, all she did was pull out the berries, but everything else, every other actual rebellious act, I think Peeta was more the spark than Katniss was. Like, they call her the spark that, like, started this whole rebellion, but I feel like he was behind all of it.
I would agree with that, yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
Peeta is so shocking.
Misunderstood.
Portia comes by and introduces them to Plutarch Heavensby, who is the new head game maker, and asks if Peeta... Oh, sorry, I got distracted. I saw Mitch's name flash by.
Oh,
because I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so the message came across. I was like... He was talking about getting bagels or something. I don't know.
Getting what?
Bagels?
Bagels.
Uh-oh. Is that another word?
Yes.
Uh-oh. How do you say it?
Bagels.
Bagels?
You say.
Oh, wait. I heard a difference. Say it one more time.
Bagels?
Bagels?
That's closer. Yeah. I don't know who is correct, but...
Probably not me.
Probably neither of us.
Not the Minnesotan here. Portia comes by and introduces them to Plutarch Heavensby, who is the new head game maker, and he asks Peeta if he can steal Katniss for a dance, and Peeta passes her over. She doesn't want to dance with him, though. She doesn't want him to touch him. She is only touched by Peeta and her family. Quote, I rank game makers somewhere below maggots in terms of creatures that I want in contact with my skin, end quote.
I think that's a pretty fair assessment.
I would agree. Yeah. But Plutarch holds her at an arm's length, and they chat about the party and makes a joke about how he's been avoiding the punch since. Katniss didn't understand what he meant at first, but then realized that he was the one who fell backward into the punch bowl when she shot the apple. And he has never recovered since. Katniss points out that it must be a huge honor to be the head game maker. And he tells her that there actually weren't too many takers. And Katniss can only assume it's because Seneca Crane is dead. They're already working on this year's, but technically they have been in the works for years since the arenas aren't built in a day. Next book quote, page 82 for me. But the, shall we say, flavor of the games is being determined now. Believe it or not, I've got a strategy meeting tonight, he says. Plutarch steps back and pulls out a gold watch on a chain from a vest pocket. He flips open the lid, sees the time, and frowns. I'll have to get going soon. He turns the watch so I can see the face. It starts at midnight. That seems late for, I say, but then something distracts me. Plutarch has run his thumb across the crystal face of the watch, and for just a moment, an image appears, glowing as if lit by candlelight. It's another Mockingjay. Exactly like the pin on my dress, only this one disappears. He snaps the watch closed. That's very pretty, I say. Oh, it's more than pretty. It's one of a kind, he says. If anyone asks me about it, say I've gone home to bed. The meetings are supposed to be kept secret, but I thought it'd be safe to tell you. Yes, your secret's safe with me, I say. As we shake hands, he gives me a small bow, a common gesture here in the capital. Well, I'll see you next summer at the games, Katniss. Best wishes on your engagement, and good luck with your mother. I'll need it, I say.
I completely forgot about that.
The watch?
Yes.
I'm kind of keeping my mouth closed because I know where you're not even in the arena yet for where you're at. So correct. I don't know what you know. So I'm just.
Well, I mean, I guess it's okay to put spoilers on here because I'm assuming everyone watching has read the books. But
probably, yeah.
He's showing her the clock because the arena is a clock. Mm-hmm. And then the Mockingjay is his way of saying, like, I'm on your side.
I know.
I'm trying to help you. Mm-hmm. And he also said, see you at the games, which isn't that crazy because she was like.
She'll be a mentor.
Yeah, she'll be there regardless. But I feel like that was him hinting at, girl, you're coming back. Crazy.
It's wild. I know. I'm like, I have to be careful what I say because you're not done with the book yet.
And how much do I remember? Not much.
Not much, which is why I'm like, you got to be the one to start talking here. Right. Plutarch leaves and she makes her way to Peeta, being stopped several times on the way by people congratulating her. She can't stop thinking about that one-of-a-kind watch, though. There was something about it. She finds Peeta admiring the cakes that are decorated elaborately, and the bakers are talking with him. They even put together several little cakes for him to take back home and examine. Effie comes to collect them. She has arranged for notes and gifts to be sent to the president tomorrow so they can just head out. They go back to the train, and at 1 a.m., it pulls out of the station. I don't even know the last time I was up till 1 a.m.
I don't either. I don't like staying up late.
11 p.m. is like my max. Like my max.
If I see the clock and it says 11 p.m., I automatically know I'm going to have a terrible day tomorrow.
Exactly, yeah. We're not late night people over here. Mm-mm. Katniss wakes early in the afternoon in Peeta's arms. She doesn't remember him coming in last night. He's already awake and informs her that she didn't have any nightmares last night. He's right. She did have a dream, though. She was following a Mockingjay in the woods, but it had Rue's voice. She had been following Rue through the woods. He asks where they were going, but she doesn't know. They never got there. He assures her that she slept happy. Katniss wonders why she doesn't know when Peeta has nightmares, and he points out that he doesn't scream or thrash or anything. He is just paralyzed in the terror. Katniss wants him to wake her, but Peeta assures her that it's not necessary since his nightmares are usually about losing her. So once he wakes up and sees her, he's fine. But it'll be worse when they're back home and sleeping alone again.
He's such a lover boy.
It's so sad, guys. It's so sad. They're almost home now. The final day of the victory tour is in 12. They will have dinner at Mayor Undersea's house and have a rally in the square at the Harvest Festival the next day. This year, since they won, the Capitol will be hosting, and there will be enough for the whole district to have their bellies completely full. They prep in the mayor's home, which is relieving to Katniss since the Justice Building is too sad. She likes the mayor's house, especially since she and Madge are friends.
I cannot believe that they left her completely out of the movies.
I know.
I forgot about her even existing.
She is so important, and also, like, I was kind of smiling because she's now admitting
that they're friends. Before she was like, I mean, she's nice to me sometimes.
She's nice. We kind of sit by each other at lunch.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah. But now maybe she was like they're more kind of not equals, but more on the same playing field because Madge obviously was a different level since her dad was the mayor.
Yeah.
So maybe she felt like she was too far out of reach for Katniss to be friends with.
They were friends in a way, but it became official when she came to say goodbye to her and gave her the pin. Sure, Katniss.
To you. It became official to you.
Yeah, to you. To her, I think you guys were always friends. Madge also has a lot of hours to fill, so they started spending a lot of time together. Eventually, Katniss discovered Madge really wanted to go in the woods, so she has brought her and is teaching her how to hunt. Madge has also been trying to teach Katniss how to play piano, but she really just likes listening to Madge play.
I cannot imagine Katniss being a very artistic person, obviously, as we'll see later.
No, not very. They also eat dinner with each other from time to time at each other's houses. Quote, Madge likes mine better. Her parents seem nice, but I don't think she sees a whole lot of them. Her father has District 12 to run, and her mother gets fierce headaches that force her to stay in bed for days. End quote. Katniss suggests one day that they go to the Capitol, to help her mom. Madge tells her that you don't go there unless you have an invitation. The mayor has limited privileges as well. When they get to the mayor's home, Katniss gives Madge a quick hug, and then she's whisked away upstairs to get prepped and dressed in a full-length silver dress. When she's finished, there's still an hour of downtime, so she sneaks off to find Madge. Katniss sticks her head in the mayor's study to say hello, but he isn't there. There is a TV on, though, and there are shots of her and Peeta from last night. She turns to leave, but then the TV beeps, and she turns back to see, quote, update on District 8, end quote, flash on the screen. Katniss knows that this isn't meant for her to see and intended only for the mayor. She should go, but instead walks closer. An announcer she has never seen before appears. It's an older woman that gives a warning about conditions worsening, and a level 3 alert has been called. There are more forces being sent to 8, and the textile production there has stopped. District 8's main square is shown next. She recognizes it from when she was there last week. The square is full of screaming people, their faces hidden with rags or masks, and they're throwing bricks, burning buildings, and peacekeepers are shooting into the crowd at random. Quote, I've never seen anything like it, but I can only be witnessing one thing. This is what President Snow calls an uprising. End quote. End of chapter 6.
I just have no words because people would never know.
No.
The other districts, I mean, they would have no clue this had been going on.
And I think that's the point.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because keeping them, apart is so much more beneficial for the capital. Because,
Oh, yeah.
Just one district wants to rebel? Cool. I mean, it kind of slows their production for something, but they can still function.
Yeah. And obviously, as we'll see with Gale, when other districts find out that they're uprising, they get all these crazy ideas, and they don't want that to happen.
Lots of ideas.
Lots of ideas.
Chapter 7. Katniss brings a leather bag full of food, hot tea, and a pair of fur-lined gloves from Cinna to meet Gale for the first Sunday after the festival. She leaves them out and snaps 3 twigs pointing in the direction she'll go. She can't risk being overheard. She doesn't know if he'll show, though. She has to risk it. She needs to talk to him and have him help her figure everything out. While waiting, she thinks of what she saw on the mayor's TV. Luckily, she had gotten out of the study and into the hall when the mayor came by and asked if she was looking for Madge. He was being friendly and told her she knows where to find her. He heard the beeping, and his face fell as he excused himself and shut the study door behind him. Katniss composed herself in the hall and then made her way to Madge's room. She is brushing her hair and is wearing the same pretty white dress she was on the reaping day. When she sees Katniss, her face brightens, and she says she looks like she came right from the Capitol. Katniss tells her, even down to the pin, Mockingjays are trending now, and asks if she's sure that she doesn't want it back. She doesn't, as it was a gift. Quote, "Where did you get it anyway?" I asked. "It was my aunt's," she said, "but I think it's been in the family a long time." End quote. Katniss points out it's kind of a funny choice seeing as what happened in the rebellion. The Jabberjays ended up backfiring on the Capitol. They could repeat human speech and were returned to the Capitol. The rebels caught on and used them against the Capitol. Madge points out that Mockingjays were never a weapon, though. They're just songbirds. Katniss agrees out loud, but knows that it isn't true. They are just a songbird, but it's something the Capitol never intended on making. And you have pointed that out several times, too. You're like, little Mockingjays.
Which is so crazy because that is all, like, that is Katniss. She is this, I don't know, symbol of rebellion that she never intended to become, and the Capitol certainly didn't intend to make her.
That is so true, too.
But they did.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it was a little forced, they did. Maybe more than a little.
Yeah, Dad.
Katniss continues through the snow and thinks of Rue as she sees Mockingjays hopping from branch to branch. She makes her way to the lake. It's a long way. Gale was absent from dinner at the mayor's house. The rest of his family was there, though, and Hazel told them that he was sick. Later, Vic told her that he was actually hunting, which was much more believable. She makes it to the house by the lake. It's very small, only one room and about 12 square feet. Her father told her that there were a lot of buildings a long time ago when people used to come, play, and fish in the lake. You can still see the foundations of some. Katniss started a fire in the fireplace and waits for Gale. It doesn't take him long to show, and he has a wild turkey with him that he must have gotten along the way, as well as the unopened leather bag. He will not accept them because of his anger with her. She understands. She did the same to her mother. She can see his temper on his face, but also the hurt and betrayal from her engagement to Peeta. Them meeting today will be her last chance to not lose him forever. Instead of coming from the heart, she starts with Instead of coming from the heart, she starts off defensive. President Snow personally threatened to have you killed, I say. Gale raised his eyebrows slightly, but there is no real show of fear or astonishment. Anyone else? Well, he didn't actually give me a copy of the list, but it's a good guess to include both of our families, I say. It's enough to bring him to the fire. He crouches before the hearth and warms himself. Unless what? Unless nothing now, I say. Obviously, this requires more of an explanation, but I have no idea where to start, so I just sit there staring gloomily into the fire. After about a minute of this, Gale breaks the silence. Well, thanks for the heads up. I turn to him, ready to snap, but I catch the glint in his eye. I hate myself for smiling. This is not a funny moment, but I guess it's a lot to drop on someone. We're all going to be obliterated no matter what. I do have a plan, you know. Yeah, I bet it's a stunner, he says. He tosses the gloves on my lap. Here, I don't want your fiancé's old gloves. He's not my fiancé. That's just part of the act. And these aren't his gloves. They were Cinna's, I say. Give them back then, he says. He pulls on the gloves, flexes his fingers, and nods in approval. At least I'll die in comfort. That's optimistic. Of course, you don't know what happened, I say. Let's have it, he says. Katniss starts at the night that they were crowned victors, and Haymitch's warning. As she talks, he makes and eats food that she brought and eventually pauses before getting to the homecoming when Gale tells her that she has sure made a mess and asks her to skip to her plan. When she suggests running away, he is taken off guard. She repeats herself, and Gale picks her up and spins her. He is happy and laughing. He sets her down without letting go of her, and he agrees. He thinks that she is mad, but he will go with her. They can do it. Katniss tells him it'll be hard with all the kids, but that doesn't matter to him. He is completely sure and tells her, I love you. Next book quote. That's why. I never see these things coming. They happen too fast. 1 second, you're proposing an escape plan, and then the next, you're expected to deal with something like this. I come up with what must be the worst possible response. I know.
Oh my god. She sucks. She's so mean to him. Poor Gale. I feel bad for him.
I can't stop laughing. I'm thinking of that is such a a middle schooler response. I love you. I know.
I know.
Or what's the other one? You too.
But I mean, that's closer to their age than we are.
That's fair. Oh gosh. Okay, can I stop chuckling for 2 seconds? It sounds terrible. I assume he couldn't help loving me, but that I don't feel anything in return. Gale starts to draw away, but I grab hold of him. I know, and you know what you are to me. It's not enough. He breaks my grip. Gale, I can't think about anyone that way now. All I can think about every day, every waking minute since they drew Prim's name in the reaping is how afraid I am. And there doesn't seem to be room for anything else. If we could get somewhere safe, maybe I could be different. I don't know. I can see him swallowing his disappointment. So we'll go. We'll find out. He turns back to the fire where the chestnuts are beginning to burn. He flips them over onto the hearth. My mother's going to take some convincing. I guess he'll still go anyway, but the happiness has fled. leaving an all too familiar strain in its place. Mine too. I'll just have to make her see reason, take her for a long walk, make sure she understands that we won't survive the alternative.
She's so persuasive. This man just confessed his love to her. She does not reciprocate. And then she still convinces him to run away with her.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, a part of me wants to like point out like how he's also acting like not taking her feelings or her like situation into account, but also he is 18.
Yeah.
He is still a child. So we have to also consider that.
Yeah. Everyone here is too young to be handling this situation.
Yes. But it's like she is beyond traumatized.
Mm-hmm.
She just told him that President Snow personally came to me and said that he is going to kill everybody that I keep near and dear to my heart unless I do certain things, but it doesn't matter anymore because I failed. And he's like, well, I love you.
Does that help? Help or hurt? Tell me.
Oh. But he's also 18, so like
yeah. I mean, I guess how do you respond to that?
How would I respond to that?
If your friend comes and it's like, we have to go because President just said that he's going to personally have me murdered, plus you, plus your family, plus my family, and anyone that we love.
I'll tell you how I wouldn't respond.
Let's hear it.
I wouldn't respond by all of a sudden making it about me.
That is such a good point, actually. Yeah.
To go from like, oh, I, have a clock, counting down over my head. Well, I love you, and that's all that matters.
It'll get us through.
And you don't feel the same? Cool, I'm going to leave.
That's true.
But we can still go because then I'm sure you would actually have feelings for me if you were out of this situation.
I think you have a point, unfortunately.
I don't know, but it's also so typical for that age range too.
It is.
Where people are like, we're best friends, of course it's going to work. And it's like, oh. Is it though?
Yeah. And I don't think he understands the gravity of what's happening because, I mean, hearing it is one thing, but her actually seeing it on the TV in the mayor's house is very different.
Yeah, because all he knows, I mean, even, his best friend went to the Hunger Games, but like he still only saw that through a TV.
Mm-hmm. And they see that every year.
Yeah.
So it's not, I mean.
They're desensitized to it.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, to a point.
Yeah.
It would suck to see your best friend get killed on TV, but like you're not actually there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's just definitely a layer of understanding that he's just never going to have of what she had to go through in the Hunger Games.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
I was gonna say, am I gonna turn you into a Gale fan?
No.
I knew that was coming.
No, but I'm trying to be like less. Let's hate on Gale right off the bat. I'm like, I gotta bring it back.
Okay.
Let's talk about all of it.
I see.
Let's see all sides here. Okay. Gale is sure that she'll be able to convince her mother. He watched a lot of the games with her mother and Prim. They won't say no to her. Katniss then points out that Haymitch is going to be a real problem. Gale pauses. Haymitch? Katniss tells him that she can't leave him and Peeta. Gale is scowling at her. He didn't realize how large their party was going to be. What about Peeta's family? They wouldn't come with. In fact, they would probably tell someone immediately, and he might decide to stay. Would she leave Peeta behind? She would to save Prim and her mother, but she would get him to come. Gale isn't sure that his mother would come, but Katniss tells him that he would have to force her. She's getting very angry with him now as well, because he's already angry at her, and asks if he thinks that she's making all of this up. He's not sure. Maybe the president's manipulating her. He can't afford to kill her or Peeta after all. Katniss spills out that he has bigger things to deal with than her wedding, like the uprising in District 8. She tries to backpedal. She doesn't know for sure if it is or not, but she saw something she wasn't supposed to, and she saw people fighting back, and it's her fault because of what she did. She should have just eaten the berries and let Peeta come back. He would be safe then, and they all would be safe. Quote, safe to do what? He says in a gentler tone. Starve? Work like slaves? Send their kids to the reaping? You haven't hurt people. You've given them the opportunity. They just have to be brave enough to take it. There's already been talk in the mines. People who want to fight. Don't you see? It's happening. It's finally happening. If there is an uprising in District 8, why not here? Why not everywhere? This could be it. The thing we've been... end quote. Katniss cuts him off. He doesn't know what he's saying. Not every district is like 12. Gale harshly tells her that they have to join the fight. Katniss tells him that they can't. They have to leave before they kill him. But Gale won't leave with her now. There are other families that can't run. It's not just them anymore. Not if the rebellion is finally started. She could do so much to help. Then tosses Cinna's gloves to the floor. He changed his mind. He doesn't want anything made in the capital. Then takes off. Katniss can't help but wonder if that was a dig at her. In his eyes, is she just another product of the capital and is now untouchable? Katniss calms herself, thinks if she can get to Hazel before he goes into the mines tomorrow, maybe she can straighten him out. She'll go late tonight and tap on the window since she works late. Hazel has worked so hard for her family. She'll surely take her side and not Gale's. Just before noon, she decides to head back. The days are so short, there's no reason to be out after dark. She puts out the fire, gathers her things, and makes her way back to the district and to their old house. Gale might have been a setback, but she's determined to keep this plan in motion and goes to find Peeta. He is on his way to town to eat dinner with his family, and Katniss offers to walk with him. While walking, she asks if he would run away with her if she asked. Peeta stops both of them to see if she's joking or not, and decides it depends on why and who is we, because she can't just be talking about the two of them. Katniss tells him that it didn't work. There's an uprising in 8, and her family, his family, and if they want Haymitch to come as well. He asks about Gale, and she says that he might have other plans. Peeta shakes his head and smiles. He will go with her, but he doesn't think that she will. Katniss is angry and starts walking off and tells him to be ready because it can be any time. Peeta catches up with her and tells her to stop. He'll go with her if that's what she really wants. They should at least talk it over with Haymitch first, though, and then asks what that noise was. Katniss pauses. There is a noise from the square, a whistle, an impact, and a crowd gasping. She can't place the sound at first. Peeta's face is hard and tells her to follow. He knows the sound.
Oh, so that's what you're saying, that it's implied that his
Yeah, we were talking
mother...
before we started recording that I watched a TikTok of basically someone pointing out that Peeta was, abused as a child. And this section right here, Katniss is like, what is that sound?
And he knew immediately.
Instantly.
Yeah. Oh, I never would have caught that. Wow, people are so observant. Oh my goodness.
I know. I'm like,
I never would have caught that.
If we weren't doing this, So many things were clear. I mean, even like Peeta's like big blaring, like rebellious whatever just went over my head. That there's no way I would have caught that.
Yeah. Which it is crazy because Peeta and Gale are actually very similar. Because they're both not their first reaction, but as soon as Gale heard about the uprisings, his thought was, I cannot run away because I have to fight with my people and for my people. Katniss is very much, I have to get my people out of here. And Peeta was the same as Gale. It's like, I don't think we can leave everybody. Like someone has to fight. So it is crazy. I never would have put that together had it not been for us rereading.
Peeta is more of a...
He's a little more level-headed.
He is a lot more level-headed. And that is also another reason why I like him a lot better. But he's also like, I'll do this if this is really what you want. But I know that's not what you're actually going to do. Like, this might be your thought for now. It won't be a little bit later.
Yeah. He definitely, I think, has a better understanding of Katniss than Gale does. Gale, like, knew who she was before, but first of all, Peeta's been in love with her for forever. So he also knew her then, but now he knows what she went through. And so he knows what he can predict her much more than Gale can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I would agree with that. Yeah. Something is clearly happening in the square with the size of the crowd gathered. Peeta climbs a crate and offers her a hand up, but suddenly tells her to get down and leave. Katniss tries again to get up, but Peeta tells her to go home. He swears he'll be there in a minute. She knows whatever it is, it must be horrible. People turn to her and they tell her to leave. She'll only make things worse or could get him killed. She needs to know what's happening and is finally able to find a clear view. Peeta was right. They were all right. Book quote. Gale's wrists are bound to a wooden post. The wild turkey he shot earlier hangs above him, the nail driven through its neck. His jacket's been cast aside on the ground, his shirt torn away. He slumps unconscious on his knees, held up only by the ropes at his wrists. What used to be his back is a raw, bloody slab of meat. Standing behind him is a man I've never seen, but I recognize his uniform. It's the one designated for our head peacekeeper. This isn't old Cray, though. This is a tall, muscular man with sharp creases in his pants. The pieces of the picture do not quite come together until I see his arm raise the whip. Oh, end of chapter 7. Yeah.
Things are getting dark. I guess.
Darker,
Not that they were light before.
No, but we now have more of the government control in 12, which is something that Katniss and her generation do not know.
But we see that, you said we see that in another book later, like in Sunrise on the Reaping.
It'll just be a different perspective because it's a 25-year difference. So you see a lot of differences of what things used to be. And then you kind of get to see how things are kind of at the beginning of everything, with Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
Oh, okay. So yeah, because I know that
kind of like the Capitol and how that.
Oh, I've been dying for something about the Capitol.
As I'm reading Sunrise on the Reaping, I'm like, you're gonna love to find out. Like, this is horrific, but you're gonna love to like find out about this.
I can't wait.
Chapter 8. Katniss cries out no as she throws herself between the whip and Gale and takes the full force of it across the left side of her face. She falls on her knees, but still yells for the assailant to stop. He'll kill him. The man has a hard face with deep lines, shortly shaved gray hair, black eyes so dark that you can't make out the pupils, and a long, straight nose. The man's arm lifts again, and she reaches back for her arrows that aren't there. So she just waits for another lash. Haymitch steps in, and Katniss sees an unconscious but alive Darius on the ground with a lump on his head. Haymitch pulls Katniss up and puts his hands to her face and asks the man what he's going to tell her stylist. She has a wedding shoot next week. There is slight recognition in the man's face. He might not recognize her, but Haymitch is well known and has been around for a while. He tells Haymitch that she interrupted a criminal punishment. It's not his fault that she won't be camera ready in a week's time. Haymitch tells him that it's about to be because once he gets home, he'll call up the Capitol to figure out who gave him the authority to strike her. The man points out that Gale was poaching. What's it to her anyways? That's when Peeta steps in to say that Gale is her cousin and his fiance's cousin. So if he wants to get to him, he has to go through both of them. There may only be 3 of them, but they're the only ones who could do anything. There will surely be punishment later, but for now, she needs to keep Gale alive. The new head peacekeeper looks to his squad. They're still her old friends from the Hob, and they're not happy. He asks if this is standard protocol here. One tells him, yes, sir, and the other nods in agreement. Katniss is sure that they don't actually know, though, because if someone were to show up with a turkey in the Hob, they would all celebrate. The head peacekeeper then tells Katniss to get her cousin, and to tell her cousin next time he poaches, it'll be the firing squad. He then turns to leave and motions for the squad to follow him. A few grab Darius, and she mouths thanks to the one peacekeeper who spoke up for them. There's no response, but Katniss is sure that he understood. She then works on untying Gale, and Haymitch tells her to bring him to her mother. Most of the square is cleared out from fear, and they find an old wooden board that they buy to carry Gale on. Haymitch, Peeta, and a few of Gale's co-workers carry him to the house. On the way, Katniss gets a girl to find Hazel and send her over to the house and make sure to tell her to not bring the kids. She assures her that she'll watch them herself. Haymitch orders Katniss to put some snow on her face on the way back, and she does. Katniss assumes that Gale went into town and headed to Cray's house with the turkey. He's done this often, and he must have run into the new head peacekeeper that she learns is Romilius Thread. I don't know about the first name, but Thread.
Thread is definitely right.
Thread. Last anyone knows, Cray was in the Hob this morning buying liquor and seemed to be still in command at that time, but no one knows what happened. Gale was immediately arrested because of the evidence. Word spread quick, and the whipping was set immediately in the square, 40 lashings, but he passed out around 30. If he had his usual haul, it would have been worse. Also, luckily, he told him that he saw it jump the fence and stabbed it with a stick, which is still considered a crime, but if they knew that he had a bow and arrows and was outside of the fence, he would have been killed.
They definitely know. But I guess they can't prove.
They can't prove.
Although I'm not really sure what kind of rules this society is living in. I'm not sure that guilty until... Is that right?
Innocent until proven guilty.
Guilty
You
until
are immediately guilty.
Maybe that is actually how this society is.
Actually, probably.
Guilty
yeah.
until proven innocent.
I can see that, yeah. Darius had stepped in around 20 lashings, telling the new head peacekeeper that was enough, grabbed his arm, and Thread hit him hard on the head with the butt of his whip. Katniss's mother opens the door, and Haymitch tells her there's a new head. She doesn't need any more of an explanation and gets to work, pouring water into a basin and ordering Prim to pull several things from the cabinet. While she is working, she glances at Katniss and asks if it cut her eye. She assures her that it didn't and is then instructed to put more snow on it since it's starting to swell shut at this point. Katniss worries if she'll be able to save Gale, but Haymitch assures her that there were a lot of whippings before Cray was head, and her mother was who they would bring them to. Katniss assumes that she was probably her age when that happened and would have lived in town. Haymitch tells the others to go home. He doesn't know what will happen to their crew and puts some coins into their hands before they leave. Hazel arrives and sits next to Gale and holds his hand. Her mother doesn't acknowledge Hazel's presence. She has gone into her zone. Even with her expertise cleaning the wounds and laying down the shredded skin that is salvageable, it takes a lot of time. Katniss hopes that Gale will stay unconscious, but he seems to be starting to wake up when the final bandages are being placed. They have some painkillers. It's very expensive and in high demand. Her mother typically saves it for the worst of the worst or to help those who are actively dying leave the world. With him waking up, they decide on some herbs that can be taken orally. Katniss points out that that won't be enough. It's barely enough for a headache. Her mother calmly tells her that they'll also give him some sleep syrup. The herbs will help with the inflammation. Katniss screams at her to give him the medicine. Who is she to decide how much pain he can withstand? Gale starts stirring at her voice, and Haymitch and Peeta carry her out of the room after her mother orders her out. They have to pin her down until she stops fighting. During this, Peeta whispers to Haymitch her plan of all of them running. Haymitch doesn't react or even respond. Eventually, her mother comes in to tend to her eye, and Haymitch fills her in. Quote, "So it's starting again," she says. "Like before?" End quote. Haymitch thinks so. He didn't think that he'd ever be sorry to see Cray go. Cray wasn't just disliked for being a peacekeeper. He was disliked for bringing starving young girls to his bed for money. And when it was really bad, several would gather at his door in hopes for some money to feed them. If Katniss had been older when her father died, she could have been one of them if she didn't learn to hunt. Katniss doesn't know what her mother is referring to, but she's too angry to ask her. Then the doorbell rings. Katniss can only imagine it's peacekeepers. Who else would be here so late? But they can't take Gale. Haymitch points out that they could be after her, and she says the same could go for him. Haymitch tells her it's not his house, but he'll get the door. Katniss's mother goes to get the door, and they all follow. It's actually Madge at the door, and she's holding out a box and tells her to use these for her friend. They're her mother's, and her mother told Madge to take them and bring them and pleads for them, use them, and then runs off. The box is full of half a dozen vials of full, clear liquid. Katniss follows her mother in the kitchen, and Katniss immediately knows that she didn't give Gale enough. He is sweating and gritting his teeth. Her mother draws up a syringe of the liquid and shoots it into his arm. It's medicine from the capital. It's called morphine. Peeta didn't realize that Gale knew Madge. Quote, "We used to sell her strawberries," I say almost angrily. What am I angry about, though? Not that she has brought the medicine, surely. She must have quite a taste for them, says Haymitch. That's what nettles me. It's the implication that there's something going on between Gale and Madge, and I don't like it. She's my friend, is all I say. End quote.
I don't really think she's jealous, but like kinda.
Like, kind of, but like, not fully. It's weird.
Yeah, I think Katniss doesn't know how Katniss feels.
No. I don't know. Maybe she's just angry to be angry right now. And she's like, that's the only thing I can come up with.
That's totally fair. There's a lot going on for her at the moment.
It's a stressful situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just told her he loves her. They're trying to run away together. Plan is not working out.
They ended on an angry note.
Yeah.
And now he's basically unresponsive from being brutally whipped.
Yeah.
And then her mother wouldn't give him medicine.
That would piss me off too. So fair enough.
She had to be pinned down by two men. Gale has drifted off from the medicine, and everyone seems to breathe easier. Prim brings them all stew and bread. They offer Hazel a room to stay, but she has to get back to the kids. Haymitch and Peeta are willing to stay, but her mother sends them home to sleep also. She is well aware that Katniss won't leave him, and she'll watch him while her mother and Prim sleep. It's just the two of them in the kitchen now. Katniss has taken Hazel's place on the stool and takes his hand. Eventually, she is running her fingers over his face. She has never touched his face before and even outlines the stubble of his jaw, and eventually makes it to his lips. She notices he looks young, like the boy she met years ago in the woods. Maybe everyone looks younger asleep. She then puts herself in his shoes and thinks about if he had volunteered for Rory in the reaping instead of her for Prim. Having him being taken from her, watch some girl declare her love for him having to play out the story to stay alive, coming back with her and promising to marry this girl. She feels so much hatred for this phantom girl. And then quote to end the chapter here. Gale is mine, I am his, anything else is unthinkable. Why did it take him being whipped within an inch of his life to see it? Because I'm selfish. I'm a coward. I'm the kind of girl who, when she might actually be of use, would run to stay alive and leave those who couldn't follow to suffer and die. This is the girl Gale met in the woods today. No wonder I won the games. No decent person ever does. You saved Peeta, I think weakly. But now I question even that. I knew good and well that my life back in District 12 would be unlivable if I let that boy die. I rest my head forward on the edge of the table, overcome with loathing for myself, wishing I had died in the arena, wishing Seneca Crane had blown me to bits the way President Snow said he should have when I held out those berries. The berries. I realize the answer to who I am lies in that handful of poisonous fruit. If I held them out to save Peeta because I knew I would be shunned if I came back without him, then I am despicable. If I held them out because I loved him, I am self-centered, although forgivable. But if I held them out to defy the Capitol, I am someone of worth. The trouble is, I don't know exactly what was going on inside of me at that moment. Could it be the people in the districts are right? That it was an act of rebellion, even if it was an unconscious one? Because deep down, I must know it isn't enough to keep myself or my family or my friends alive by running away. Even if I could, it wouldn't fix anything. It wouldn't stop people from being hurt the way Gale was today. Life in District 12 isn't really so different from life in the arena. At some point, you have to stop running and turn around to face whoever wants you dead. The hard thing is finding the courage to do it. Well, it's not hard for Gale. He was born a rebel. I'm the one making an escape plan. I'm so sorry, I whisper. I lean forward and kiss him. His eyes flutter. He looks at me through a haze of opiates. Hey, Catnip. Hey, Gale, I say. Thought you'd be gone by now, he says. My choices are simple. I can die like Quarry in the woods, or I can die here beside Gale. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to stay right here and cause all kinds of trouble. Me too, Gale says. He just managed to smile before the drugs pull him back under. And Haley's got a friend.
Okay.
That's going to make some noise.
Yes.
Like, I got to get cozy. I got to figure this out.
Yeah, this is perfect. Oh, and you match my pants.
Perfect. At the end of chapter 8.
Wow. I loved the end of this chapter.
Because they kissed?
Yes. I have a feeling I'm going to regret saying that later on.
I don't know. I think this is also interesting doing a. I've never personally known someone who doesn't not like, who doesn't, what am I trying to say? I've never read the book with someone or talked about the book or movie for someone who was immediately like, I'm Team Gale.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to broaden my opinions here.
I think I see where Gale's coming from. Like, I see
Yeah.
how he got where he did with
Yeah.
his thoughts on like what he wants to do
Mm-hmm.
and things. That being said, I don't know what happens in the third book, so he could go completely off the rails. And I can see that happening because he is a bit impulsive, or it seems to be impulsive.
Wee bit. He does let anger lead him.
Mm-hmm.
Anger definitely fuels this boy.
Yeah. And I think Peeta has anger, but he does a much better job of pressing that anger down and thinking things through before he actually does them. Much more strategic.
Yeah. It's not what drives him.
Yes.
He has more
Katniss drives him.
that. He has more of the overall compassion that leads him instead of the anger.
Mm-hmm.
He tries to see the good versus Gale kind of goes to the negative faster.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a really good point.
Yeah.
I think that's a good description of the two of them.
Yeah.
But I see why he would be angry.
I do agree. Like, there's a lot to be angry about.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't believe he's going about it in a constructive way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
But 18-year-old boy, what do you do? But Peeta is too, so.
Yeah, they're both. I know, and that's where that comes into, because Peeta seems so much more mature.
Yes, for sure.
He is more well thought, well spoken, versus Gale is
just angry.
just angry. And maybe that's why I don't, why I personally have never liked Gale, because I don't like those that are very quick to anger. It upsets me a lot. And so that's probably why I'm like,
well, I don't think you'd like Gale.
if you're going to blow up every 2 seconds, like, get out.
Yeah. Yeah. But considering the circumstances, I see why he's so quick to anger and why
I understand
he just
it, yeah.
wants action.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think it's the right thing or constructive? Maybe not.
Questionable, but
I see how he got there.
he's also 18.
They're so young.
I keep coming back to that because I'm like thinking about back to when I was 18. I was not making the best decisions either.
No,
so
me either. I was very impulsive.
Very. And my brain was probably closer to Gale's than Peeta's because I wasn't thinking things through like how Peeta does.
No. I was so impulsive, and every emotion was like the strongest emotion you've ever had at 18.
Yep.
And yeah.
Everything's the end of the world or like the best thing ever.
Yes.
There's no in between ever.
No.
There's no normal. It's just.
Yeah. Yeah.
He is so cozy.
No, he's so cute.
Guys, if you're not watching, you're missing out. Bear looks so cozy on Haley's lap.
Can you see him in the video?
You can see him in the video.
No, do.
Oh, Bear.
No. Now he's my prisoner. Welcome to District 14.
14.
We skipped one.
You made your new district.
Yes. No. Just stay.
And don't worry, guys. He loves he loves to pretend that he doesn't want to be with us.
Yeah, if he wanted to get up, truly, he definitely could.
He definitely could. But he loves the hard to get, playing hard to get game.
You can go if you really want.
He'll be back. See, and he doesn't even go far. So it's time to hang out in the bathroom, I guess.
I was looking at the sink.
He might go take a nap in the sink. He does. like his sink naps. Chapter 9, our final chapter for this episode. Katniss is woken with a shake. Her face throbs from her lash. Gale is still out, but their hands are still interlocked. She turns, smelling fresh bread, and Peeta is looking at her with a sad expression. He must have been there a while. Did that not just like break you?
Oh, yes. No, I feel bad for both of them, honestly. I feel like because she's so confused, she's playing them both.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
It does suck. But also, this is like there's so many things going on.
Oh, yes.
She can't stop for 2 seconds and be like, okay, what are my true feelings right now?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's so sad because Peeta has been obsessed with her for years.
I know. Yeah. She starts to explain about running yesterday, but he knows there's nothing to explain. Peeta has brought in a fresh loaf of bread, and the blue under his eyes makes her wonder if he slept at all. Quote, I think of his agreeing to go with me yesterday, his stepping up beside me to protect Gale, his willingness to throw his lot in with mine entirely when I give him so little in return. No matter what I do, I'm hurting someone. Peeta, just go to bed, okay, he says. End quote.
Which does make me love Peeta so much more because Gale would have never done that.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, he wouldn't even take the gloves that he thought were Peeta's.
No, they're I don't want anything from the Capitol.
That was what a child.
So dramatic. So teenage boy.
But Peeta is so mature. He's like, I can tell this is hurting her.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to help her and her loved ones.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, how selfless.
Yeah. I feel like in his mind, he's like, even if she doesn't choose me, it's okay.
Oh,
like
100%. He just wants her to be happy, I think.
Yeah. It's so sad. I'm so sad for him. And then when it happens to Gale, I can't stop laughing. So Katniss does go to bed and drifts off, dreaming about Clove chasing her and cutting her face with a knife, then transforming into the Mutts from the arena. Mutt Clove is not licking her wound, though, and wakes with a jolt. Quote, cradling my damaged cheek in my hand, I remind myself that it was not Clove, but Thread who gave me this wound. I wish that Peeta were here to hold me, until I remember I'm not supposed to wish that anymore. I have chosen Gale and the rebellion, and a future with Peeta is the Capitol's design, not mine. End quote.
I also do hate that Gale put that in her head, that she's just a product of the Capitol and that Snow has gotten in her head and is controlling her.
Yeah.
That does make me angry.
Yeah. It's... I like have so much I want to say, but I'm like, I don't even know how to say it. I don't know how to like say it in a way that it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
One thing with this quote too, I was like, your initial reaction from waking from this nightmare was, I want Peeta.
Mm-hmm.
But now you're like, no, I can't have that anymore because I chose Gale and this rebellion, and the future with Peeta was not her decision. That's what she's telling herself. She's like, I had nothing to do with that. That was the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like whatever is being forced on her. She's like, I don't want whatever's forced on me.
Yeah. Which I don't think that she's necessarily wrong that it was forced on her.
Yeah.
Because it definitely was.
It was.
But that doesn't make it the wrong thing.
No, but isn't Gale doing the same thing to her too?
That's such a good point. Yeah.
It's just he's forcing himself on her too. Like he's forcing her to choose him.
Yeah.
Because every time they talk.
She didn't want to. She wanted them both to come.
Yeah. I want you both to come. And he's like, no, I don't want your fiance to come with us.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That'd be hard for a 16-year-old. She's 16, right? 17? Something like that. She's young.
16 or 17, depending on what. Her birthday's in May, I think.
I have no idea.
I think it's in May. So my assumption is that it has not hit May yet because we're still in winter.
Yeah. Okay. So she's still probably 16.
So still probably 16.
This is a lot to process. Yeah.
Couldn't even imagine dealing with half of this crap as a 16-year-old.
No, I mean, I'm 26. We're sitting here. We can't even really decide how we feel about things.
Oh, gosh. Too much.
Mm-hmm.
So Katniss can see a little bit out of her eye now. The swelling has gone down a bit, and there's a blizzard outside, which she welcomes. A blizzard is a gift, a few days to think, make plans with Gale, Peeta, and Haymitch. Before going back downstairs, she takes a few moments for herself. Not even a full day ago, she was ready to leave with everyone in the woods. Now she is committed to something completely different. They could haul her away, be tortured, mutilated, shoot her in front of a crowd. But as a tribute, she's already been threatened by the president. She's already a target. The hardest part is that her friends and family might have the same fate as her. When she thinks of Prim, though, her resolve disintegrates. It's her job to protect Prim. She can't let the Capitol hurt her. But they already have, with their father being killed, almost starving to death, choosing her in the reaping, having to watch her sister in the Hunger Games. Prim had it worse than Katniss at this age, but that doesn't even compare to what Rue went through. And shouldn't they be the reason she fights? This is what she had to hold on to when doubt creeps in. It might be too late for Rue, but it's not too late for Prim or for Gale's siblings. Gale is right. If people want to fight, this could be an opportunity. She was the one who set it in motion. She takes a shower and thinks on the District 8 uprising. Was that planned or something that just came after years of resentment? Could they do that in 12 also? The square was empty yesterday. Was that because no one knew what to do and they need someone to direct them? Quote, I may have been a catalyst for the rebellion, but a leader should be someone with conviction, and I'm barely a convert myself. Someone with unflinching courage, and I'm still working hard at even finding mine. Someone with clear and persuasive words, and I'm so easily tongue-tied. Words. I think of words, and I think of Peeta. How people embrace everything he says. He could move a crowd to action, I bet, if he chose to. Would find the things to say, but I'm sure the idea has never crossed his mind. End quote.
Wrong.
I don't think Peeta ever saw him as like being a leader of a rebellion though.
That's true, probably.
Yeah.
But he would be so good at it.
He's so good. He's like honestly, in my mind, like, yeah, everyone loves Katniss, whatever, but Peeta is like the one who is so much better in the spotlight than Katniss. You put Katniss in front of the crowd, you don't know what you're gonna get.
No, she usually panics.
Yeah.
And he's so charming, so charismatic.
Yep.
He is by far, he's definitely the reason that the Capitol loves them so much together.
Yeah.
Because he's so good at playing the crowd.
Yeah.
So
he would be such a good rebel leader.
Yeah. Honestly, thank God that the Capitol or the President Snow decided to target Katniss and make her the like sign of rebellion and not Peeta, because they never would have stood a chance.
Peeta from day one. Katniss makes her way down to her mother, Gale and Prim. She can see that the medicine is wearing off. Her mother tells her that she'll give him more medicine if he needs, but they're going to try a snow coat. They're lucky that they have snow. Katniss tries to imagine in the summer with how hot it gets and asks what they did. Her response, they just tried to keep the flies away. And then gives her the same snow coat herb concoction that she used with Gale for her face and Katniss feels instant relief and apologizes to her mother for screaming at her. She understands. She's gotten worse. People get that way when someone they love are in pain. Quote, someone they love. The words numb my tongue as if it's been packed in the snow coat. Of course, I love Gale, but what kind of love does she mean? What do I mean when I say I love Gale? I don't know. I did kiss him last night, but in a moment when my emotions were running so high. I'm sure he doesn't remember it. Does he? If he does, everything will just get more complicated. And I really can't think about kissing when I've got a rebellion to incite. I give my head a little shake to clear it. Where's Peeta? End quote. Peeta went back home when he heard her start stirring upstairs. He didn't want to leave his house empty during the storm. Katniss was worried that he went back in the blizzard. It might only be a few yards, but in these conditions, anyone can get lost. She calls to ensure that he got home. He did and thanks her for checking in on him and asks about Gale. She gives an update on the house, and then Peeta tells her that he checked on Haymitch. He's drunk, but he's fine. Katniss wants to talk to both of them, and he tells her that that will probably have to wait until after the blizzard. Nothing should happen before then anyway. The blizzard went on for 2 days, and as soon as it cleared enough, she called Peeta to see if he wanted to go into town. They both go and get Haymitch, who doesn't complain as much as usual. He knew that this was coming. They all wait to speak until they're out of the victor's village, though. Haymitch is the first to break the silence. So we're all heading off into the great unknown, are we? He asks me. No, I say, not anymore. Work through the flaws in the plans, did you, sweetheart? He asks. Any new ideas? I want to start an uprising, I say. Haymitch just laughs. It's not even a mean laugh, which is more troubling. It shows he can't even take me seriously. Well, I want a drink. You let me know how that works out for you, though, he says. Then what's your plan? I spit back at him. My plan is to make sure everything is just perfect for your wedding, says Haymitch. I called and rescheduled the photo shoot without giving too many details. You don't even have a phone, I say. Effie had that fixed, he says. Do you know she asked me if I'd like to give you away? I told her the sooner the better. Haymitch, I can hear the pleading creeping into my voice. Katniss, he mimics in my tone. It won't work. I love Haymitch.
I cannot wait to read his book. The one little snippet that we get, oh my goodness.
And that'll be next episode, guys. And we're reading the whole bit.
We are. I don't know why I'm surprised. I've been staring at that tab for since you put it there.
This special little tab right here has the start. And we're going to read all of it. How many pages is that? All 7.5 pages.
Oh my gosh, it's 14 for me. I can't wait to have a whole book like that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's like you want to get through it so fast, but it's also so overwhelming that you're like, I need a minute.
Yeah. I can see that. How you would need to put some space in between yourself and that.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how you'll react to that. If you're just going to devour it like Catching Fire, or if you're going to be like, I couldn't even get through a whole chapter today.
We will see.
We'll update you guys when we get there.
Yes.
They stop talking as they're passed by a group of men with shovels. The three of them simultaneously come to a stop in the square. She and Peeta agree nothing much will happen during the blizzard, but some things had. The square was transformed. There is now a huge banner off of the Justice Building with the Panem seal on top of it. Peacekeepers now march in pristine uniform. They're also on the rooftops with machine guns nearby. There is also an official whipping post, stockades, and a gallows in the middle of the square. Thread went to work fast. There is a fire a few streets away. They're silent, but know that it's the hob that's on fire. Katniss thinks on Gracie Say, Ripper, and everyone else who lives there. She worries that they're still in there. Haymitch assures her that they're smarter than that. She would be too if she had been around longer. Haymitch takes off to go see what the apothecary can spare for rubbing alcohol. When Katniss realizes what for, she tells Peeta that they can't let him drink that. It's not safe. She has some white liquor stashed away at home for him. Peeta also has some at his place. Hopefully that'll be enough until Ripper gets back in business. He leaves, saying that he has to check on his family, but when Katniss says that she has to find Hazel, Peeta offers to go with her, and he can stop by the bakery on his way home. The streets are pretty much deserted, but there are plenty of faces peeking through the doorways and cracks. As they head to Hazel's, she realizes that there is a big flaw in her and Gale's uprising plan. It requires breaking the law. This isn't new to either of them, but most people in District 12 would never step foot into the Hob because that would be too risky for them. Even now, the sight of her and Peeta make people pull their children away from the windows and close the doors. Hazel is home with a sick Posey. She has measles, so she couldn't leave, but knew that Gale was in the best hands. She assures Hazel that Gale is much better and he'll be back to the mines. Hazel informs them that the mines have been closed until further notice and that people are too afraid to use her services now. Rory went out this morning, but no one had anything to wash, apparently. Katniss takes some money out of her pocket and puts it on the table and tells Hazel her mother will send something over for Posey. When they leave, Katniss tells Peeta that she wants to go to the Hob, and he insists on going with her, even though she wants to keep him out of trouble. In response, he smiles and takes her hand as they walk together. It's still in flames when they get close. She wants to find Gracie Say, but Peeta is able to talk her out of it. She wouldn't be doing anyone favors by dropping in. They then go to the bakery, and Katniss buys some cakes from Peeta's father and talks about the weather until they head out. When they're back in the square, Katniss realizes that she doesn't recognize any of these peacekeepers. Days pass, and mines are still shut down, and the amount of children signing up for Tesserae soars. But because of the food shortages, they aren't always getting their grain. Eventually, the mines are reopened, but their wages are cut, hours extended, and on top of that, the miners are sent into obviously dangerous sites. When parcel day arrives, all the food promised had been ruined by rodents. The square had been very active, many people punished for things that were overlooked for so long, everyone forgot it was even illegal. There was no more talk of rebellion with Gale. The hardship even fell to his family, and Rory signed up for Tesserae. One of the only good things was that Katniss got Haymitch to hire Hazel to be a housekeeper. This gave her money and also helped improve Haymitch's standard of living. He doesn't notice much, though, because the liquor supply is almost out, even though she and Peeta had been rationing it. The last time she saw Ripper, she was in the stocks. Everyone in public avoids her now, but there is a steady stream of ill and injured coming in and out of her house for her mother, who had stopped charging a while ago. Her supplies are so thin that she won't have anything left. She and Gale both know better than to go in the woods. It's forbidden, no question about it. But one morning, the sick and dying were too much. A crate of wedding dresses arrived, and, cherry on top, the note from Effie tells her that President Snow approved of each of these dresses. He was making her go through with the wedding, but she couldn't see why. It was too much for her to think about in the house, so she put on her winter gear that Cinna made for her and took off, only planning to be out a few hours. She made her way to the weak spot in the fence. Luckily, with the mine still open, her footprints wouldn't be noticed with all the added security. Thread hasn't paid a lot of attention to the fence. She does still cover her tracks, though, until she makes it to the trees. Dawn is approaching. She grabs her bow and arrows and is determined to go back to the lake. Maybe to say goodbye to the place, to my father and the happy times we spent there, because I know I'll probably never return. Maybe just so I can draw a complete breath again. Part of me doesn't really care if they catch me, if I can see it one more time. The trip takes twice as long as usual. Cinna's clothes hold in the heat all right, and I arrive soaked with sweat under the snowsuit while my face is numb with cold. The glare of the winter sun off the snow has played games with my vision, and I'm so exhausted and wrapped up in my own hopeless thoughts that I don't notice the signs. The thin stream of smoke from the chimney, the indentations of recent footprints, the smell of steaming pine needles. I am literally a few yards from the door of the cement home when I pull up short. And that's not because of the smoke or the prints or the smell. That's because of the unmistakable click of a weapon behind me. Second nature, instinct. I turn, drawing back the arrow, although I already know the odds are not in my favor. I see the white peacekeeper uniform, the pointed chin, the light brown iris where my arrow will find its home. But the weapon is dropping to the ground, and the unarmed woman is holding something out to me in her glove. "Stop," she cries. I waver, unable to process this turn of events. Perhaps they have orders to bring me in alive so they can torture me into incriminating every person I ever knew. Yeah, good luck with that, I think. My fingers have all but decided to release the arrow when I see the object in the glove. It's a small white circle of flat bread, more of a cracker, really, gray and soggy around the edges, but an image is clearly stamped in the center of it. It's my Mockingjay. End of part 1.
Oh my gosh.
A lot happened in those 4 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot is about to happen in the next. How many do we have next time?
4, I think, again. 10 through 14. Wait, is that 5?
Yes. It's 5. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I always have to count it out because in my brain I'm like, no, it's 4.
Yeah.
No, it's 5.
It's 5. Yeah. It's 5. That's going to be a long episode because every single one of those chapters are jam-packed. Which, I mean, same as this.
Yeah.
All of Catching Fire.
All of Catching Fire is jam-packed, guys. There is so much going on. Pretty soon, I mean, we're not heading for the arena, but we learn more about the Quell.
Yes. In the history of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then what special thing they've come up with for this year's.
Every 25 years, so this is the 3rd one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And as of right now, we don't know anything about the other ones that have happened.
Yes.
Yes.
So is the Songbird and Snakes, is that a Quell year or no? Is it the first year?
No, it's year 10.
Year 10. Oh, okay, so still pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the very, very beginnings of the Hunger Games and how they basically turn into what they are now.
But the Hunger Games have been happening since Panem was created.
Kind of. Yeah. I don't know how to answer this, guys.
Will I find out later? Or is it kind of
I don't
unclear?
know if it's a clear answer. Okay. I think Panem was a thing before the rebellion.
But then the new government, once the new government was established, they set up the Hunger Games? Or
yeah.
Okay.
Once the war, once the Dark Days ended, then that's when the Hunger Games started.
Yeah, thank God the Dark Days are over and now we have the Hunger Games.
Dark Days are over, guys. Hunger Games is the the best thing that came out of it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. But yeah, so we're leaving off with Katniss runs into who knows who in the middle of her woods.
Mm-hmm.
She's never really ran. I mean, she's
That one
seen
Avox girl.
Yeah, she's seen the Avox girl, and that's it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just been her and Gale in the woods.
And not to mention that they're wearing peacekeeper uniforms. Where'd they get those?
We'll find out next time.
And I had never, this is so dumb. I'd never put 2 and 2 together. There's no hospital. Her mom is the hospital.
Her mom is the hospital,
yeah. That's crazy. That there's so much technology and advanced things in this world, in the capital, and they don't have a hospital.
You're forgetting something, though, Haley.
Oh, they don't matter. Because
they don't matter. They're district.
You're correct.
They don't matter.
How could I forget?
Very important detail here. Well, that is all for this episode. Come back for the next 5 chapters. And we get our very, very long special section that we will be revisiting several times.
And I am so excited. Totally forgot it was in there. Can't wait to do a deep dive. Really can't wait to get to the last book.
But we have a long way to go. So make sure that you're following us on all of our social media platforms so you get notified when we post more about that. They will be all linked down below for you guys. Otherwise, we will see you next time for whatever chapters I said.
Part 1 of part 2.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.